Miami nights always bring the heat, but on this night, Karatecombat was front and center as Raymond Daniels steps back into the pit against Sasha Palatnikov, both trying to get back on the winning track. Everill makes his Karatecombat debut, ready to add another title to his resume. But would an all-out international brawl stop the event? You never know what will happen at a Karatecombat event, so put on your dancing shoes because we're ready to get down and break down everything that happened next on MainSource. We start with the co-main event, Raymond Daniels versus Sasha Palatnikov. Here's what they had to say before the fight.
I'm more of that Tom Brady, that Benjamin Button. I just get better with time, you know what I mean? I'm the only one that's been doing this and creating highlights for decades now. I have highlights of the centuries to last for centuries beyond my timeline.
My goal since signing with Karatecombat was come in here and just win. Daniel's one of the toughest possible looks that I could get. The strong guy, he's not going to be throwing 360 tornado kicks.
Let's see if Sasha is correct. We start in round one. Both gentlemen get off to a good exchange, but then a low blow from Raymond. A lot of people remember Raymond's fight with Peter Stanek, where it was declared a no contest after a couple of low blows. And right here, you see an accidental knee to Sasha's man parts. Makes me cringe. After 4 minutes, Sasha was able to recover and the fight resumed. Sasha continued to add the pressure as Raymond tries to control the distance. We move on to the third round where we see Raymond land a nice turn aside kick, knocking Sasha down. Raymond lands a nice combination here and then went for the highlight, but Sasha wasn't having that. Ooh, nice head kick by Raymond right through the guard. And when Sasha comes forward, a knee to the body is waiting from Raymond. And this fight is over. Raymond Daniels is the winner by unanimous decision. As we look at the fight stats, Raymond landed more strikes in all 4 categories. So let's see what Raymond had to say about the fight.
I came out with a different attitude. Plus, I know Sasha is a game fighter. I know he's gonna come. I know he's gonna bring it. So thus you didn't see any dancing when I came out this time. You just saw me focused, dialed in, ready to go, and my goal was to put him away.
But you're talking about like 4 or 5 guys who didn't want to fight you, people who didn't want to fight Sasha. What do you think is up with that? Like, why would they miss an opportunity like this?
Most of these people, they want to be a superstar, but they're not willing to take the risk of fighting someone who might make them part of a highlight reel, who's going to put that pressure. Like, think about it. I've had 3 fights. 2 of them were not at my weight class. The only person that fought me was Rafael, and Rafael is a champion. Mm-hmm. That is why he has the heart to do that. But a lot of the other people are, I don't know, not willing and able, I guess.
All right, moving on to Raymond's protege, Everill, as he makes his debut in the pit against Raul Bamek. Well, don't blink because this fight didn't last very long. Early in the fight, we see Elijah bombarding Raul with punches and then follows it with a roundhouse kick that knocks him on his behind. And Elijah wasn't letting up. That was the end. The fight lasted about 49 seconds. What do you think of your debut, Elijah?
Just biding my time, waiting to close that distance, and then obviously when I saw the opportunity, managed to land some strikes with my boxing. I knew coming into this fight that I was going to have the advantage with my hands. Hit him with a good, I think it was a 1-2 hook, and then saw him stumbling, and then when he went over to the pit wall, that was my opportunity to land the kick. It was at the perfect height, perfect distance, and that put him away.
Now let's get to the wildest fight of the night between Shahzaib, Rindh, and Tommy Azouz. There was a lot of talking before this fight.
What do you make of your opponent, Tommy Azuz, and his bouts in Karatecombat up until this point?
Yeah, I think he's like easy opponent for me. I will beat him. I will crush him in the first round.
Il dit qu'il va m'écraser. Moi, tout ce que je vois pour l'instant, c'est des interviews qu'il fait. Donc il dit que je vais avoir besoin d'un docteur, qu'il va appeler un docteur pour moi. Donc on verra bien à la fin du combat qu'il y aura besoin d'un docteur. Ouais.
Says he's going to knock me out, and in other interviews he's talked about my needing a doctor because he's going to chop my head off. I don't think so.
Are you worried that this opponent will also be running the whole time?
Yeah, I think so. He will be running all the time, and I give him don't run from me in the fight.
Moi je courrais pas, et on se fera la guerre au milieu.
I'm a real fighter. There is no way that I'm going to be running away. And if he doesn't run, then we will face each other.
Okay, we will see it in the cage. Who in the pit, who runs or not.
On bus.
Allahu Akbar!
Let's go, baby. That man got spooked. You know we own you. You know we own you. Hey, my guy, come after that. I'm gonna rock out and sleep.
Trash talking only takes you so far, so let's see who can back it up. Tommy executes a beautiful takedown, but Shahzaib wasn't taking that line down. He launches a beautiful one-leg counter takedown, and then boom! Beautiful right-left combo sends Shahzaib down, and Tommy is trying to finish him. But the 5 seconds are up, so back to standing. Tommy didn't run. He stayed on the inside, stayed throwing shots. But then Shahzaib started to go to work, stalking his prey, applying pressure. Tommy's not going away either. These guys were going back and forth. And then Shahzaib lands a beautiful hip toss. Shahzaib continued the pressure, and Tommy started to show signs of fatigue. Shahzaib was relentless when Tommy fell to the ground, and he just kept pounding. But then as the final bell rang, all hell broke loose. Tommy's coach and the pro Shahzaib crowd that's standing behind him started throwing things to each other. Tommy is ready to throw his stool. So what happened? We obtained some Instagram footage as to what happened. Someone threw a water bottle at the coach. Tommy throws his mouthpiece, and his coach throws the water bottle and then throws the chair. Now, as you can see, the gentleman throws the water bottle and then hides behind Mike Perry. That's brave of him. So let's see what one of the gentlemen who was thrown out had to say about it.
I'm not even going to lie, tonight was a good night. All right, so people want to understand like what was happening. I know hella other ghosts was like, we was in their head, it wasn't just me, but yo, I was mad close to that corner, bruh, and I kept yelling too small, but then I Google translated too small to French, because the opponent against Shahzaib was a French dude, and so I was in that corner in their ear, bruh, saying, trop petit, trop petit. Yo, I had a blast, yo. I really wish they didn't kick me out, because I really didn't do nothing wrong.
Trop petit. Well, I guess size does matter. All right, on to the championship match between Luiz Rocha and Bruno Souza. Can't believe we didn't start with this. On the other hand, this wasn't that exciting of a fight. The two fighters knew each other very well, and we got a lot of showboating from Bruno. But Luiz caught Bruno with a beautiful spinning hook kick. And as the fight resumes, Luiz landed the stronger, cleaner shot. Here he lands a beautiful fake right-left hook that sends Bruno to the ground. Isn't that right, Luiz?
Everybody knows the power of my left hook, and when my left hand enter, is normally the people's goes down.
Oh, I guess he knew what that left hand could do. Luiz retains his title by unanimous decision. Let's see what Luiz has to say about who he wants to fight next.
Who would you like to see next?
For sure, my division is the more high-level division in Karatecombat. Is the division with more biggest number of fighters, and for sure, my next challenger will be a great fighter. Might be Scrivers, might be Varga, I don't know. But in the June, Agayev and Josh will gonna fight, and God bless the two fighters for everything gonna be fine. But if If have a problem with Josh or with Agayev, I would like stay here to substitute if necessary.
Let's move on to the quickest match of the night. Ana Luiza Da Silva versus Nathalia Dennis. Nathalia came out ready to go to war, but Ana had plans to end it early. 19 seconds into the first round, Ana lands a left hook that drops Nathalia. The ref sees she isn't properly covering up and he stops the fight. And that's all, folks. As you can see on another angle, Ana throws the right to the body and the left to the chin, and down goes Nathalia.
What did you think about a first round knockout as your comeback win?
Eu tô muito feliz. Foi mais rápido do que eu esperava, mas a gente trabalhou para isso, né? Buscando sempre o nocaute.
I don't wait for knockout in the first round, but I'm working for this.
Now it's time for the top 5. Let's see the top 5 shots of the night. At number 5 is this beautiful hip toss by Shahzaib to Tommy. Look at that leg cross and slam down. That was beautiful. Number 4 is the spin hook kick from Luiz to Bruno, and he says, "Yeah, I got you, guy." And he points off to the sky like, "Yeah, I'm gonna knock your head off." Number 3 is the turning side kick by Raymond that dropped Sasha. Nice kick, but it's not today's best. Can't be. Because number 2 is a knockout. Number 2 is Ana getting the TKO with a left hook and then finishing her off on the ground. And the number 1 highlight of the night is Elijah knocking out Raul Bomek. He was working him like he was a punching bag. He landed that beautiful head kick, and that put Raul out. Well, that's all the time we have this week for MainSource. Make sure to watch KC40 on June 24th as Quayhagen and Nagayev decide who is the king of the welterweight division.